Hey guys, welcome back to Wheeler Civic channel. I know it's been a minute since I uploaded and all that, and I'm in the TL. I literally just put the coilovers in, and here's a little update on the TL. It's my new car. Obviously, I know I haven't uploaded, and I know I haven't been uploading. I'm sorry, but I'm at least going to do a video a week, and then if the channel ever kicks off for whatever reason, then I'll do that. Trying to find me a job so I can have a little bit of my extra money on the side. I'm not one of those, yes, I have money, but I'm not rich. I'm not that rich. I don't have that much money, kicking around in the bank. But I literally just put the max speeding rods coilovers on them. Pretty good deal off of eBay for the most part. Handles great. Made the car handle better. But I recently found out that there's no heat on the, when I turn on the car warm up, and I do the heat. No heat. None. Nada. When I was driving, I dropped off my old struts and springs and all that from this to a friend of mine. He has the same car, but a year older, and also has the nav, as well. Also in today's video, I will be working on Civic, so you'll get some Civic content finally. I know I have been doing that, and I'm gonna do like, right now I'm trying to make sure that I can get my heat working on a cheap end for a little bit, for right now, and then eventually I can replace whatever needs to be fixed, or that tube or whatever, or it's a little lever, and I'll have to show you. It's easier to see it on the Civic than it is on this because it's V6. When you're doing the coilovers on these TLs, there's not very many videos. There are 4 bolts. There's 1 main for the bottom, and there's 3 for the back, and there's 3 clips. The best way to do it, if you're small like me, I went in the back and just stand in the back and pulled it up. But maybe for you, it might be better to lay down and put all your force on your arm, or like on the bottom, and push up, and then that pops it out. But the clips, like my car, the back seats haven't been touched since it's built. So I literally, I took it apart, did the coilovers, and then now I'm going to do an Alpine ILX 650 with the CarPlay, so that way that'll come handy. That's the radio I'm doing next, as well as window tint, because it's a fishbowl in here. And then I'll do speakers all around, either some Pioneer units or something like that. I'm not entirely sure yet. Go around, make sure everything works, and make sure it sounds good and everything. Make it more livable for modern day use. Oh yeah, by the way, I just got this turbo thing. I entered to win the Camaro on It's Just a 6 website. And the Mustang that they just put up. The Camaro is about to be sold out, or is about to be given away here soon. June 18th is when it ends. The Mustang ends sometime in, I think, August or September. I'm not entirely sure. I can't really remember last time I looked on the website. But that's really about it. So I'm going to get the hood up, get the shop open, and see if I can get this valve on the back of that for my heat to work. So I'll see you guys once that's all done. Hey guys, so now I have the shop open. So you see that valve that's right here where I'm pointing? That's what I need to see if that's broken. And I felt mine on the TL. I mean, it moves, so that means it's not, broken or anything. I just maybe need to locate. I need to see what it does when the car's on, and then I have to let it warm up before I do that. But here's the Civic. Took the battery out since the alternator went bad. It's a new alternator. What else? I think this sensor went bad, so I have to replace it. I have a spare one of these, so I'm gonna do that. And then what I have to do. Oh, that must be. Oh wow. Yep, definitely a leak. I gotta fix that. So, by the way, the Civic has new brake pads. I gotta finish getting all the suspension stuff back together. what I'll probably do is I'll probably just take all this out. Because I gotta do that. So I have to do this rear back here because the brake line blew. So I have to tear all this apart and find this back plate because what's it called? I have the piece over here. Where's the long brake line? Yeah. It's this fitting right here that rounded out, and I can't get that out, so I have to tear that whole rear hub assembly. It'd be better if I show you over here. So pretty much I have to unbolt this, my lower control arm. That means I pretty much have to take everything apart that's like right here. So I have to take apart this. I have to take apart this lower arm right here, and a bolt right here, and then basically on that side cut the line because it's all ruined, so I gotta replace that brake line right there, and then pretty much pull all this out, including the speed this ABS sensor or whatever. Pull it out, and then I can pull that whole assembly off and fix whatever issue. Here's the Yokonaka exhaust. As pretty as always. I will be driving this. I will have this done before the end of summer. But the car's it's in all right shape for what it is. I haven't really worked on it in a minute, but she's dirty, she's dusty, as always. Manual. Since I think the battery went bad, so I have to go get that warranty. I have a friend that works at AutoZone, and I'll just have him get me another one. And then on the TL, it has something that went wrong with the evap. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on that end, but this sensor seems like it's working. This is the fan temp sensor, so the fans turn on. So I'm not worried about the Civic overheating. It's just the sensor, I think, that went bad. I'm checking the wiring and everything, and it seems that it's in good condition. I think this sensor just went out when the alternator went, and it took it with it. And then for some reason, I have a knock sensor code. I don't know if I have to pretty much take this whole engine bay, or I have to take all this apart again, which unfortunately that sucks. It is what it is, but I have to figure out why it is throwing what it's throwing and fix the part. And I will have to drain the coolant eventually, but right now, since there really isn't any upper radiator pressure right now, I'm not that worried. But I'll probably show you guys some video footage of me working. I normally I'd be playing music in the background when I work, but I can't really do that because I'm filming on the phone that I play music with, and my game phone's dead. So I pretty much have to do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Civic. I have to fix those issues. I have to get the suspension all done. I got to get new headlights eventually. Yeah, so it has drone slotted rotors on the front. I want to do a different version in the rear, but it's kind of expensive, especially if I have to grab EP3 parts, and I have to convert everything over to 5-spoke. But if I'm going to do that, I might as well just get the money and buy me, a Type S motor, like an 05, 06 Type S motor. This is an 05 car, so it would match well. I definitely want to get it fixed because this seems to be more reliable, apparently, even though it sits like the way it is. It's not rusting out because it's not sitting in grass. Guys, I recommend, if you have a project car, do not leave it in the grass. Please do not leave it in the grass because it gets rusty. The reason why my car looks so nice, that is, for one, it's low miles. Two, even if it has only 113,000 miles, it can be completely rusted out and you don't even know it. And then you look at this, and it's rusty, but you'd think it would look a lot worse for having almost 250,000 miles. You really would think. But it's got minor rust, but if it didn't sat in the grass for a year, maybe the only rust I would have would be here, which is common for most cars. Like, For instance, the Camaro, every body line right here, like on both sides, the Civic, and I think my car is not rusty or anything, but my friend, he has the same car as me, but '02 Nav Edition Type S, and he has rust right here. So it's common on any car to get rust, but if you don't let it sit in the grass and you maintain it, keep it clean, keep it from all the rust, or all the rock salt if you live in the Rust Belt like I do, like up in Ohio, Michigan, and, all the other states. Eventually I'm going to move down to Georgia, hopefully, but that's sometime in the future. But basically, all this, can be rust-free, even if it has 240-something thousand miles, or 250-something, even 300-plus thousand miles. These cars can look immaculate, and you don't even know it. It doesn't even look like it. But the car has so many miles. It's been driven, but it's been maintained, and you have to maintain your vehicle. And that's what happened to the town. It wasn't maintained, and then all of a sudden you look at it, it's like the paint's fading, it's getting, it has dents in the frame from people jumping it, and that car was beat to all, heck. And I understand that when you're working on this type of stuff, it is frustrating, especially when it breaks and it breaks and it breaks. But if you're determined to have that car stay running and you still have it, and you know that you don't care if you're throwing your money into a car that you love and you care for, go right ahead. Be you. Make a car what it is you. All I see is Civics that are loud, rumble, sound like a fart can. I'm trying to make this a clean Civic, and one that really isn't common. This car really isn't that common. Yes, you see them, but most of the time they're a 4-door, they're not a 2-door coupe, manual. It's got VTEC like every other Honda. I mean, it's not the most desirable motor being the D17, but it is the D17A, so it's the better one of all of them. Definitely gotta fix that. I guess my hand was covered in, whatever it's called. But, I slept with my mouth open, so my voice is dying here. But, I mean, if you look, it's rusty, yes. But the car's solid. It's not like it's weak, And that's the thing. Like, you see all this rust, but most of it's surface rust. Like, even on the TL. If I walk over to TL, I know this video is going to probably be very long and be like a 40-minute video. But I haven't posted anything, and I want to post some content. But, I mean, if you look at the TL, yes, there's rust. See? Rust. But it's not that rusty. And there's some sort of oil leak somewhere, but I don't entirely know where it is. I don't know if it's back up here, but you can see where that valve is. It's somewhere back there. Yeah, it's down there. You can see it. The camera's right on it. And that's what I gotta see if that's not working. So I gotta let the car warm up and see where that is. But I want to find out where that is. So, yeah. Let's see if it's on the intake manifold, which it probably is because that's burns oil. Smells like it's burning oil. Probably should check it. Do that in a minute. But, I mean, I only had the car for about 3 weeks or so. About probably 4 weeks now. About a month of me owning it. I bought it back. We got it back in early June or early May. And got it mostly fixed up. Yes, there's some issues. It's a 20-year-old car. It's a 2003 model year. So, I mean, that's 2 years newer, but I mean, they're both in good shape. New headlight, obviously. New HID, because that went bad. And, it's a very reliable car. I am going to probably do a Muffler Elite. But honestly, I don't know, because my mom, she's like, if it nickel and dimes you anymore, you should get rid of it. And honestly, I really do like this car. But the only thing is that when you have this car was kind of neglected, and I can kind of see it from its previous owner. It's been neglected. I am probably like the 3rd or 4th owner of this car. I think I am. I don't entirely know. But I have the original window sticker and everything. This was a $31,810 car. Aftermarket, after, markup and everything from dealership. So this is probably like a $35,000 car from in 2003. After everything. And it's in really good shape. Bird. But I mean, the car is well taken care of. It doesn't. I mean, they say it has. They might have the miles that are wrong, and all that, but I don't really know. It looks like a 113,000 mile car, and I seen that thing, and I seen the town. The town looks like it has almost more miles than it actually does. This thing looks like it has less miles than it actually does. And the Civic's right in between. It looks like it has like 200,000 at least, you know, for being a, you know, a North car. I mean, this does have rust on it, but the driver's side was the worst side, and the passenger side was the better side. But it's just weird. That's how it is. So, yeah, I'm going to figure out what's going on with that. So you guys will probably see the footage of me trying to test the heat after I get it warmed up. So yeah, I'll see you guys when that happens. So guys, I got the heat working it right now. I have it off, but that valve back there got stuck. So yeah, I'm going to actually go over and we're gonna go work on that thing, the spawn of Satan. That's what I call it because it's been giving me a lot of issues. But I mean, if she'd be reliable, I'll keep her. But I should have done what I wanted to do in the first place, and I should have done the K-Series. But, oh yeah, by the way, I got all new clips. Some clips were missing. Yeah, some of the plastic's all worn out. But I can just go to the junkyard and get replacements, or find, you know, better pieces that are in better shape. But, yeah, this is it. Yep, this is TL. I'll do a full, like, video review like Doug Miro, and compare it against a 2019 TLX A-Spec. So, I mean, it's similar to this, but it's not a Type S. The Type S actually has a turbo. But that's like, my mom doesn't have one of those. She can't afford one. But it's a good comparison, you know, 2019 and a 2003. So, a good solid, you know, what, 18, 19 years? Give or take? No, hang on. Yeah, at least this car's 20 years old. The TLX is only like 4 because it's a 2019. So, you know, let's see the technology difference between the two. I mean, this will get upgraded, and I'm doing a cold air intake. I think I will eventually do headers and J-pipe. That's like $200. And then I might do a like eBay cat, and then a cat back system, even though it's $1,000, but this car definitely needs to be louder. It sounds like a vacuum cleaner. It's not very loud, but I'm definitely doing a cold air intake, definitely doing exhaust work, you know, chopping off the mufflers or something, and we'll see, because I don't want this car to be raspy or anything, because it's my daily. That will probably become my fun car, you know, just mess around in, and if I need a break from that, and then I would drive that or something, you know. Because I actually do own 2 vehicles. It's not like I own, actually no, technically I own 3 because I have the KZ and 4, because I have the KZ and the Camaro. But the KZ is technically mine, the Camaro is going in my mom's name, so give or take, yeah, that. So yeah, I'm pretty much done with this. I got my heat working for the most part, so I'm going to go get set up to work on the Civic. I got to tear apart that one area. I think I'm gonna do the intake manifold first on the Civic. It's so much easier to do it on this because it's right on top, but I don't know. I might do an upgrade eventually to like a J35 instead of the JA32. It'd be the J35 engine. It's a bigger intake manifold. It flows better from the Type 0708 Type S. Just do some upgrades that, you know, that's the only thing that sucks about some of these, you know, older, rarer cars, is that there's not so many upgrades. There is a CompTech upgrade for these, but it's extremely rare, and I want to see if I can find one eventually. And if I can, I will buy one, and I would absolutely put it on this, because CompTech actually came out with Acura and did like a full-on like bolt-on kit for this car and the CL Type S. So yeah, so if I find, like, I'm just grabbing my stuff. So if I find a supercharger, I will put it on. and I'll see if I can afford it, because it's like $2,000 or $3,000 just, for a nice one, for, a pretty good condition one. Because they are rare. They absolutely are rare. Batteries out. But they are rare, that car is really rare. Like, you don't see very many. You can find the base model, but you can't really find the Type S's. Like, for instance, this car, I mean, it's rare, but it's not that rare compared to that. The TL is rare. This, you can find everywhere. Maybe not so much in a manual configuration, but they're there. Like, this is a manual. That's an auto. They did make the CL in a manual. I wish I had the manual, but it's not. But if that transmission ever goes bad, I will replace it with a stick shift. Obviously, I am a manual preferred person, but I mean, it won't do that bad. It really won't. It's my daily, so I'm not gonna modify it unless I absolutely have to. Like, because I don't want to spend $800 and then the transmission goes bad in another 100,000 miles. That's just not worth the money. It really isn't. And at that point, I might as well pay the, premium for the CL manual, get the, the ECU and the engine wiring, and just put it in there. Like I did on this. This actually has a DX wiring harness in it. It's not an EX. EX or a DX, I can't remember. Hang on, I think the tag's somewhere over here, or I threw it away. But I forget. But this wiring harness is actually from a different Honda. It's not the same car, it's, different. Because over here, it was all chopped up and everything, and I'm trying to find extenders for an O2, because it throws an O2 code. But I mean, I'm trying to make sure all my cars are nice and everything, and it really is hard to have a nice car. But I'm going to get to work on Civic. Actually, I don't know, I might make this video separate and have the other one be a separate video and upload it. So, but I'm uploading these videos today, I don't care. So, I'm going to do this temp sensor first, and then we'll get to work on doing, I'm going to do temp sensor, and then I'm going to put the battery in and see if that fixes my temp gauge issue before I take anything else apart. And then after that, then I'll turn this off, let it cool down for like 5 minutes, and then start tearing that apart. And my God, I hate plastic intake manifolds with my blood and tears. I don't care. I hate these things. These engines, they're great. I feel like it's a great base. If you see the D16s, yes, they're a weak motor, but you have to build them to make any power. It's the same thing for these. The D17s are very weak. Their rods are skinny. They're, the reason why you have to build these 4-cylinders so much, now not so much nowadays, because a lot of them are already turboed from factory, just turn up the boost on the stock turbo, to where, and then once you reach the limit of that stock turbo, you can put more boost in it, and these stock motors can take a lot more power compared to, these little NA motors, compared to, like, for instance, like the L55, like in the Tension SI, or I forget what it's called, but I know it's an L series of Honda. It's the Earth James engine that comes in those. And basically, those are already stock turbo, and the manifold's already built in for the best, economy. And then all you just gotta do is pull out the turbo, put in a new turbo from like PPL, which if I ever do get a Tension SI, I'm doing turbo, intercooler, which I will, probably to replace this Civic. Well, the thing is, if I do sell the TL and Civic, I'll see if I can put a down payment on like a 2019 SI or 2020 SI. And basically, whenever money after I, do the down payment and everything and have that be paid for, the payments will be like $350 a month or more. But it is what it is. But whatever money I have saved up, it'll go into the upgrades. Like, for instance, the PPL turbo, it is an expensive turbo. I'm not going to lie, it's a $1,000 turbo upgrade. But I think it's worth it in the long run, especially with the intercooler and all the upgraded stuff that goes into that. You know, I know this is not turbo car, and I know it's not a 10th gen, but I'm just speaking in the realm of what is happening. And I mean, if you look at the 10th gen, yes, there are weaknesses, especially with the rev hang. I wish I could do a K-tuner on this and waking up what this motor truly has, especially with the air intake, the exhaust, you know, the motor that's in it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm actually going to go, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this out. Put this over here. See, to my coilovers. There's there. By the way, I'm going to be building the 454 race motor. Now, I don't know if my friend's going to buy it because he wants to do an OBS Ford build, but I'm not entirely sure yet, but we'll find out eventually. And I'll talk to my mom about maybe him buying the motor. And put that on it, actually, on the charger. I'll pull this out. Plug the charger back in normally. My light here. Charger. There we go. This is not my toolbox. This is Skylar's, my mom's boyfriend. He doesn't really care if he's on the video or not. So, I mean, if you see him on the channel, that's why. Oh, by the way, there's a big video coming up in July for the 4th of July week. I will be posting one to three videos on the channel about that because I will be bringing my GoPro, and basically I will film most of it, whatever I can fit on the card, and however the good Wi-Fi is, because I will be bringing my MacBook out to edit. I whacked my hand with my hammer when I was moving it. That hurt, but basically I'm trying to do the best I can on uploading videos. I know this is kind of like skipped along so far, and I'm trying to do many things at once, and I know I'm not really that good at making videos right now. I haven't really uploaded or posted or really anything of the nature. Oh yeah, by the way, new tools. And it's been kind of rough, especially making, you know, I haven't really posted. I will be streaming here soon. Hopefully, I will start streaming more and more. And basically trying to find out see if people really do like my channel. And the guys that do actually want to stay and watch my content, I thank you. And to those of you that are new, please subscribe. That would really help. I need my big one. Trying to make, you know, content like I am. It's kind of hard nowadays. I'm putting on my... I really do need to get like, an actual camera with a tripod. I already have a tripod. I just need to get the camera. Ah! I'm alive. I'm fine. But I don't really know if my channel's gonna go the way I like or not. Ooh, that's kind of rough. Focus. There we go. It looks kind of rough. I mean, I know it's a quote sensor, so let's go grab the other one from the other head. Just over here. I'm not a Pepsi person, but I'm thirsty, and that's what I got. Kind of hurt my arm. Hopefully I don't get demonetized over here. But this is to a D17A2. That's what this head is from. 1 second, I gotta put down the camera here. So if you guys are really looking for one of these, let me know down in the comments. If you live in Ohio, we can meet up. and it's kind of corroded, but I think I can clean that off with like a rag or something. But yeah, so if you guys are needing like a D17 A2 head for your Honda, this is pretty good shape. I can clean it up if you want. Pretty much whatever's on right here, like that's pretty much most of the stuff on that's brand new. So yeah. Also, yeah, that's my old one. So this is my old throttle body. I don't remember what happened to my old throttle body. Either I got rid of it or whatever. But this is the old head. So if you guys do need a D17 Honda A2 head, or if you're doing a VTEC swap on your car from like an 02 or 01 or something like that to 05, this engine would be perfect. This is from like the second motor, but it didn't blow up because the head is fine. It just needs cleaned up and reused, and you can put you can do a whole bunch of different modifications to it if you want. You can put it like the D16 head in there and all that. But yeah. So I'm going to do this so you can see me, and I'm going to go grab me a rag real quick, and I'll be right back. Should have one over here. Sorry guys, I know you can't see me. I mean, I don't know if you can or not, but I'm trying to clean this off, and I'm trying to do better content, and eventually I'll do some video stuff, and I'm trying to do some more daily videos, and I know I haven't been really posting, and I feel like my channel's kind of just going downhill because I haven't really been uploading, but I really do appreciate when you guys come watch, and you know, I only have so many subscribers, but if you guys really want to help me, subscribe. It helps a lot. Oh, that O-ring is like not in good shape. It's okay. I need I can pick or something. I really don't know where all my picks went. They disappeared. I just need something to pull it out. O-ring's pretty flat. So when you guys see an O-ring when you're working on your cars, see how that edge is flat? I don't know if it's focusing or not, but when it's flat like that, you need to replace them. Like on this, it's not really even that flat. So it seems in really good condition. I mean, on the outside it looks pretty rough, but I mean, for the most part, it's in good shape. So I'm trying to save money as I can here. So I'm gonna take this over. Oh boy, I'm gonna put this over here for you guys so you can see me work on the Civic. And yeah. By the way, this part is a 17mm thing, and then I'm gonna put the battery back in, make sure it works. See if this temp sensor fixed my one issue with not having a temp gauge after my alternator went out. When you guys do replace, like say if your alternator went bad, for whatever reason, if it ever went bad, replace the battery. I know I haven't done it yet. I need to because I took my battery when alternator when it did go bad. But I mean, it happens. It does. So for right now, I don't need this. I'm just testing. So I will put this over here. By the way, I will do a full installation process for the TL when I do the radio on the TL, and I will put a link down in the description when I do that video for all the stuff I bought. Honestly, it's worth it if you have like my car, if you have a TSX or a newer TL. It's honestly worth it because it's all plug and play pretty much. And it's a drop-in kit, which is, I guess, the nice thing. And basically, nope, my battery's leaking. Great. What happens is, well, when I do that video, I will put all the links down in the description. I don't really have any affiliate links, but I mean, if you guys are looking for decent tools, just go to Harbor Freight or whatever. If you live in the U.S. or if you live like somewhere else, go to like, you know, a part like at one of your guys's what do you call it? You know, places where you can buy, you know, car parts, like Advanced and all that. Advanced, all different types of parts stores. They'll have tools and everything that you can think of for anything, really, to do, you know, to work on your vehicles and all that. And I really do recommend that you maintain your vehicle, because it's worth it in the end. I hurt my thumb. But I don't really know what it's like to live outside the, you know, the country, you know, and I know that there's a gumball rally going on. So if you guys want, I've been watching DDE, and they're fun guys to watch, so go check them out. And because they make really cool supercar daily driven exotics. Literally makes the coolest content on, like, you know, driving their car across 12 countries. I need something to just with a hammer, or like the end of a hammer. And I know you guys like to watch my videos and you enjoy the content that I try to make, you know, for the most part. And I hope you guys like the writing content that I'm about to put out, especially when I do when I do the videos in July. But I really do hope that I can do a decent video for you guys when I do this, because I know I'm not the best editor. I know that I'm pretty shoddy on my video, you know, my videos. I know I'm not the best editor in the world, but I'm trying my best. I really am. And, you know, nothing's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has their issues. You know, oh, wrong one. And I know everybody's trying to work their butts off, you know, especially in this tough time, especially in the U.S., where everything's price is high, and it's not really that easy to make a living here in the U.S. I mean, even being a 17-year-old, I feel like by the time I'm an adult, things are going to be changed again. You know what I mean? But I really do hope you guys like my content, and I'm trying my best, and I'm hoping I can get to the point where my videos are monetized and I can get paid, you know, doing this. You know, and then at that point, I will be doing daily uploads until I get to like 1 million+ subscribers, and I'd be like, yeah, let's go ahead. You know, you guys are gonna come with me into the Civic, and we're gonna find out if she's gonna start. Unless I have to wiggle the cables again. Yeah, so I know this video is going to be probably kind of long, but if it's too long for my liking, then I will, if I can find, I need to plug in the connector. One moment. And I know I gotta wait for everything to deprime after it's done, but I gotta see if it works, so that way I can save some money, because we all ain't made out of money. Okay, clutch in, Yep, I gotta adjust it. That does happen, guys. So like when your car clicks like that, basically what you need to do is that you need to adjust your terminals. Like I have cheap Chinesium terminals besides my ground. So what I'm probably gonna do is just adjust my whatever you call it. I'm at least trying to lower my windows, that way I can just ooh, I can smell that black ice. Definitely needed that in here. Need to go back. This. Grab that. And basically put your thing in your socket. And what I like to do is just go to each one of these and do this. Just loosen this one up. And this one, loosen this one up. If you have metal tool, don't do this like what I'm doing, because if you touch this, you can fry your battery or fry your ECU or whatever you're doing. And then, I gotta loosen that one more. Basically, what I do is I just wiggle these around. That one's pretty good connected. That one's good, pretty good. This one, I just move around. Let's see if I get a good connection and put that on righty tighty. And then all I do is go back, tighten it down. I do have a head thing for my GoPro, but I don't want to waste all my storage on my GoPro, and I only have so much of SD cards. And do that, tighten that down, and let's find out. Let's see if we still got power. Oh, I put my key on the mic. That's how I left my key in there. I guess I did. Now let's see if it'll run now. I have to let it prime. Come on. Now I have to let it warm up for about, see if this I have to wait and see if this temp gauge moves. But I'm gonna end off the video here, guys, because it's already a long video. And yeah, I will make an update video probably on the Civic. I know I haven't really done any working on content, but I really don't have any good place to put my phone, and I don't want to use up all my storage on my SD cards for my GoPro. So yeah, I'm gonna actually hook up my scanner and find out and see if my temp gauge is actually working. And yeah, the Civic feels great. I mean, unfortunately I have to let everything cool off, but I wanted to see if my temp gauge works, because my one got fried and it's surging. It has this weird issue, I don't know why, but I gotta figure out why the check engine light and stuff is all on. But yeah, good old manual trans. I know the manual transmission is very loud. But that's just my chattering from my clutch. Once it warms up. Well, once I shut my hood, it'll go away, but... So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy. Peace out.